I just want to remind everyone, let's not talk over everyone.
Yeah, okay. It smells like farts over here, dude.
Welcome to Trash Talk.
I swallowed the fart.
What's new? John's swallowing a fart.
Yeah, what else is new?
We've been off for 2 weeks. No, that actually does.
Dude, I've been doing. Oh, dude, I've been having Mississippi beef for like 5 days.
That's disgusting.
Do you know what Mississippi beef is?
It sounds like a whorehouse.
It's not a sex move or a whorehouse. No, it's a chuck roast. A pack of ranch dressing.
Nope.
A pack of au jus dressing.
Nope.
An entire 16-ounce jar of pepperoncini peppers.
What does our guest think about this?
What you're
Dan?
smelling?
We have Dan in the house.
I'm over away from, like, I can still smell the smell.
Dude, that was
Mississippi
rancid.
beef curtains?
I think at some point, maybe, like, maybe that's not a good idea.
Well, no, fuck you. It's delicious.
Holy shit, it's Bigfoot!
It's so good. It does smell like Bigfoot dick.
Yeah.
Dude, I highly
Pretty
recommend.
disgusting.
If you want to have a nice, like, if you have a pot roast, just check out Mississippi pot roast. It's so fucking good.
Dan, I want to give you an opportunity here. So we've been doing a thing called John Culture Points.
Fuck you.
Okay.
And he can get points for saying something or doing something cultured, or he can lose points. So right now he's at -2.
He's basically just lost points. That's all that's happened.
What's your opinion?
No.
He just ate his own fart. Does he lose culture points, and how many?
He said I just ate that fart.
I didn't eat it. I smelled. He said I.
You
ate
said
it.
eight.
No,
you said eight.
You said you tasted it.
just
No, I
ate
said I
it.
taste.
You literally just said I ate that fart.
Finish him!
Fuck you.
I heard you say it. It's
right.
on the recording. I'm pretty
Not
sure.
right.
Yeah,
Maybe.
We'll go
So
back.
how
and
many?
listen to it.
Do you think he deserves to lose culture points?
I don't know. I'm still new
See,
to this.
I've been adamant that
I'm Switzerland right
farting
now.
doesn't. You don't lose culture points for farting.
Yeah,
Everyone
you
farts.
ate it. Farting asshole.
But eating it is a
Eating
new
it-
level.
Eat it.
I'm
It was
gonna-
an
That would be a
accident.
full point.
I'm just gonna say where he's on warning right now.
It was an accident. I didn't
Really?
like.
Yeah.
I
the
didn't
next
full-on,
next
like,
one.
Cultural warning.
I didn't like full on South Park. Put my head between my legs and. It was an accident.
But you
Yeah,
wanted. to.
you tilted to the side, farted loudly, and then were like, "Oh, that's bad." Oh, I just ate it.
Guys, don't kink shame me.
I mean, whatever you want to do with your ass, John. You're the thing. But
Anyway, I highly recommend Mississippi pot roast. It's very good. And no, Derek, you will not taste the ranch. It adds the dill and the MSG.
But John usually loses culture points when he says something, a little.
I've never once said anything racist in the last hour, so cannot hold that against me.
No,
I
not
haven't
today.
even been with you
Not
for the last
today.
hour.
Not like even racist, but just like he lost something for like saying something California people would say.
Oh,
Do you agree that even if John doesn't say something racist, you can tell when he's thinking it because he gets this face?
let's be honest. There's a lot of racist stuff out there that's funny.
He's got a racist face.
Yeah, it's usually something like,
Well, it's as Bill Burr says, like, racism's subtle. You look around first.
yeah,
and then
John
you know.
like thinks
Oh,
of it
yeah.
and he looks around and is just like,
I'm on a podcast. I'll just say
it's
it.
still funny to me. I want to hold it inside.
In my head, it's like,
Fatality.
God damn it. You fucked up my bit.
I'll still say it mean
Oh,
things,
shit.
but,
Oh.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about you losing culture points.
That's my. You
What
fucked up
what
my.
was that? Peter?
Roger. Yeah.
Is that
Roger.
the case he's
That's,
the other
that's,
day?
that's my head.
John,
In my
just
head
to give
for-
you another opportunity to lose more
God
culture
damn
points.
it! What?
Your topics are labeled, I guess I'll go fuck myself.
Yeah, because you deleted my fucking section. Stop deleting my section.
This never happened.
You slut.
I got a text from the other day that says,
don't
I guess I'll just go
slut shame
fuck
me.
myself, too.
Do you see I put all
Unrelated,
mine
but-
in a different color so you don't delete it?
Oh, now we're talking about colors. Fuck you, you racist.
Well, I'm just
yeah,
saying.
see? Yeah.
No.
Vindication.
No, I put my font in a different
He's
color.
a
not
text
people.
stylingist.
Oh.
All right?
Yeah, you can't be Texist, can you?
God bless
That
Texas.
sounds like a racist from Texas.
You know what? I'll just say this though.
I'm a
I am a
Texist.
Texist because I hate fucking Comic Sans. or
Oh,
whatever.
my ex is all raging Texas.
Do you know when you get those fucking emails that are like weird fucking like font? And
Yeah.
you're like, what the fuck is this child doing sending me this email right now?
That's a different conversation you need to have with Chris Hands. Why is this child texting me this
No,
sexy text?
it's a business email, but it's like.
Would you like to tell me what you're doing here, sir?
What's that see?
I'm just, being a Texas.
I can't even tell her it was wrong.
Derek, you can't tell me as a that's a good one. As a graphics person that knows type, it has a typology. It's got a term.
Typography.
No,
That's not the same
maps.
thing.
That's maps. I know that.
But
Don't you have a prejudice against a certain type?
Let it be known.
Comic
knows
Sans,
maps.
Papyrus, very famous one. They had an SNL skit about it.
Papyrus?
Yeah.
How everyone
I'll show you. Yeah, everybody uses it on the movie titles. I'll show you.
But you have to have it with that say and background music with desert.
I'm not racist against sound effects.
That's the only time you have papyrus, dude. Like, I hate it.
Name movies that use this text style.
I mean, I feel like Indiana Jones.
Probably. I don't know that for sure.
Maybe not.
A Prince of Egypt. The Mummy. The Mummy 2. The
Mummy
3.
That's what I was
Mummy.
Scorpion King. Scorpion King 2. Scorpion King 3.
5. How many of those were there?
A lot.
There was that many Scorpion
I
Kings?
don't know. No,
Yeah,
there was a lot. There was
The Rock
way
and
too
all of
many.
them?
UFC bought when UFC was like really young. They bought that franchise and kept making movies with UFC fighters, and it's so fucking bad.
Avatar's another one.
obviously.
Really? Yeah,
yeah.
I don't hate that one as much as Comic Sans.
I still haven't seen the second one
I haven't
because
either.
you said it's not worth it, and I fucking believe you because I don't want to spend 3 hours going.
I think it's 4 hours.
Fuck off. No fucking way. 4 hours.
It's over 3 hours. I might be like 3.5. It's one of those ridiculous movies.
Have you seen Wavewater?
I haven't seen it.
I don't give a
I think it's on one of the streams.
It's on HBO Max.
I mean, that might be worth like on a rainy day where I'm doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
but,
no, it should have been a TV series.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's too long. They could have made it even longer then, but
TV series.
James Cameron
gonna be a
apparently
House of
uses papyrus a lot.
There's gonna be a House of Dragons
Okay.
series.
yeah, season 2?
No,
Yeah.
there's gonna be a series.
That's what it is now, isn't
damn
it?
I don't know what
God
he's talking
damn
about.
it! There's gonna be a Dune series. I'm sorry, it's on HBO.
Oh,
and it's very
yeah,
similar.
The Bene
to-
Jesuits, right?
It takes 5,000 years before Dune, and it goes on the Bene Gesserit with their eugenics campaign.
Yeah, they're probably gonna like the prophecy is probably gonna be
Oh
set
shit!
in it.
I just opened up Max to find that Dune Part 2 is on Max right now. Ah shit!
That was a pretty good movie. I liked it.
Dune is way better than Avatar.
I feel like there was a
Well,
part of
that's
Dune
not
though where
hard.
like when he like drank the sandworm
Yeah.
thing and goes unconscious. I
Is
feel
this
like
in the
they
second
made
movie?
that way too fast. Like they're just like, and he's here doing this, and okay, now he's in charge. And it's like you guys could have.
That was a big jump.
They probably did have that
Avatar
stuff filmed,
on
and they're
Netflix,
like, have to edit it down.
4-hour movie if they'd continued with like
I'm assuming there's gonna be an extended edition. At some
more than
point.
likely, yeah.
Back at Avatar on HBO is 3 hours 12 minutes.
312. So I knew it was over 3.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, how long was Snyder Cut?
4 hours.
Was it? I thought it was like 5.
Whatever. I liked it. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I haven't watched
seen
it.
that
I never
either.
watched it again.
it's
but I
very
liked
good
it.
because they put it in parts. They put it in 6 sections,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you can just stop it.
It was like
It's a miniseries.
All right.
But the way the gravity of the pause, Snyder crushes. The CGI is still terrible, but yeah, Snyder
It's
Cut
a
is very
Zack
good.
Snyder film. It's
So
just
good.
like 300 or
So,
Watchmen and stuff. Like it's
so the
good.
Dune, right back, yeah, Dune. So I've only seen Dune 2 once. I made a special thing with my dad on his birthday.
Yeah,
seen it
I've only
one time so
watched
far,
it on
too.
theaters.
It was so like, the pacing was just.
Well, I feel like they were trying to put a lot in, and it could have gone longer, and that would have been a whole big issue.
I think wasn't Frank Herbert's like original vision was like 6 movies or something.
Frank Herbert was a writer.
the author of Dune.
Yeah.
Yes, his vision was.
Wasn't
6.
he from like the 30s?
No, 80s. No.
Yeah,
No, Frank Herbert's 80s.
He wrote
Frank.
before Star Wars.
Nope.
Dune?
Frank Herbert. There's been a lot of
Dune came out way before Star Wars. Star Wars is influenced by Dune. Look
No,
it
it's
up.
not.
Look it up. Look it
No,
up.
it's not.
Look it up. Yep.
You talking about
Well,
the
it's
movie
probably
or
is.
the book?
The
Oh, fuck.
books.
Yeah. Oh shit. No. The
The book. The movie came out in
book's
the 80s.
pretty old.
For sure. That terrible movie came out in the 80s. But the original series is from like the 50s.
No, yeah, maybe
1965.
Thank you. Okay, I was so
Beatlemania.
That's what it was. Okay, that's right. Someone did a forensic analysis of Dune and Lord of the Rings, and they just basically Dune is a 95% copy of Lord of the Rings. I'm like,
different
fucking
setting.
how? I mean, different settings, different things. So I'm like, it's so similar. But then I'm like, okay, yeah, but isn't that every fucking hero story ever made?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's the hero's journey.
I hate that.
There's
so
only so
There's
many
only like,
stories.
I think they say 10 basic stories.
No, I think it's 36. It might be only 26.
No, it's 6.
No,
Man versus man.
There's variations.
Man versus nature. Man versus narrator. Narrator versus
man versus woman.
I saw something
There's
like
7
6.
basic stories.
Yeah, Hero 1,000 Faces covers a lot of that.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
maybe they break it up even more into a 26.
Subcategories of like, you
that's
know,
what I
You just
remember
have
hearing
to have
in a
it.
screen
You
reading
just
class.
have to have
That's
it.
what I remember.
So
hearing.
there's Overcoming the Monster, Rags to Riches,
So I call my dick.
The Quest, Voyage and Return, Rebirth, Comedy, Tragedy.
The voyage. That's Hobbit. Right there.
What about like a comedy action? Something that's both.
Well, I mean, you have to have like the subcategories where
Because
your
that's
hero
the thing,
could be
a
the
lot-
bad
a lot
guy,
of-
your hero could be the good
Now
guy.
we're gonna
you
turn.
know.
A lot of
yeah,
those movies
now we're gonna
have-
turn into
Any good movie has
Real-
all of that in there.
No.
I don't know. Lord
Well,
of
you
the
need a
Rock did not
rebirth,
have
you need
that.
growth, and you need
Okay,
story.
okay. You had Journey, Return. Read them again, and I'm trying to think of a movie that has.
Overcoming the Monster.
Okay, pause on that. What is that? That's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Some movies
Oh,
or some
every-
stories can be mixtures of.
It's a protagonist
of
versus
these.
So-
antagonist.
so I'm just
every
gonna-
story has that. Every story has to have a
Just
bad
to
guy.
play devil's advocate, Sauron. Next one,
Plagueis.
Rags to Riches.
obviously.
Luke Skywalker.
Bilbo and
Bilbo,
Frodo
but
came
I'm saying
back
also
with-
Luke Skywalker.
Hey.
I'm in the Star Wars universe. You're in Lord of the Rings universe.
Well, okay, you're
It's the same-
obviously your monster is Vader or / the dark
Plagueis.
side. What's the rags to riches? Because
Luke Skywalker?
he didn't pursue riches. You fucking idiot. That's the
Jedi
point of
Master
Judaism.
in itself is a richness. He's rich in the
Are you
Force.
applying everything from Star Wars to one of these to see if it fits the plot line?
He is. I'm doing Lord of the Rings. He's doing Star Wars. What's
the-
your call? What's your shot? What's your
I'm just
franchise?
watching you guys argue.
Lion, what's the roar, bro? Go.
What's number
All right,
3?
3.
The Quest.
Okay.
Gotta
Obvious.
fight.
Obvious.
Every story has
They
a fucking
have
quest. This is
quests.
what I'm
They
saying.
have
3 for
quests.
3.
Next one.
They're
Ring of the
back
Fire.
again. A
Kill the-
Hobbit's journey.
And then you're
Next
kill
one,
the
Derek.
kill the fucking emperor.
Sorry, Derek's distracted by
Yeah,
his pets
just-
right
just
now.
punch it.
I'll just do this.
You've banned
All right, let's talk about the
Doge.
Emperor's New Groove. All
Shut
right,
up. Okay,
I love that
4.
movie.
What's 4?
That's a comedy.
What's 4?
it has all those things.
4.
Star Wars has comedy.
Voyage and Return.
Yeah, you gotta go into the dark
Like the
side.
Odyssey.
What?
The Odyssey.
Shut up, Dirk. We're talking Star Wars and Lord of the
By
Rings.
Homer.
The Iliad. All right, yeah.
Yeah, it's called.
Two separate books, but yeah, one picks up where the
Yeah,
other
thank you.
one
The
left.
Iliad is the whole thing.
From a
Odyssey is
totally different
book.
perspective.
Oh yeah, great. Okay, so the Voyage of Return, obvious. Frodo and Bilbo. Lane.
Rebirth.
What's your Star Wars analogy?
Rebirth?
No, for Return.
He goes
Voyage
to
of
go
Return.
train with
Return.
Yoda and
Jedi.
shit.
Return of the Jedi.
Fuck. As much as fuck you. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you on that. I'll give it to you. Fuck you, dude. I'll take it. Okay, technically, I'll give you a half. Continue.
What it is.
Next
man.
comedy. What's next one?
It's number 5. Derek.
It's number 5, Derek.
Rebirth.
Rebirth. Well,
Gandalf.
episode 6.
Yeah, Gandalf,
No,
for
no,
sure.
no, sorry. Episode
But,
5 for you.
Vader
Cave,
has
the
a
cave.
rebirth.
The
Vader-
cave.
And
Vader
then
is a rebirth.
Sauron, obviously.
He has a redemption. It's a rebirth. He's the light
Gandalf
side.
the White.
Well, they come back as Ghost Force. Force Ghost. You know, that's a rebirth.
So for you're missing
I mean,
a lot of
And you got
obvious ones.
Gandalf.
Luke comes back reborn after he visits Yoda. He's stronger, more powerful.
Exactly.
You know? He knows
So-
who his sister is
So
and shit.
for Lord of the Rings, that
Yeah, he saw
rebirth
himself in the
is
helmet.
yeah.
Gandalf the White, Aragorn taking responsibility as the King of Gondor, Frodo, well, he never changed.
I missed the
Sam
point of
never
this. They
changed.
both have the same story
Pippin
context,
got
right?
hard. Merry got hard.
I was just trying to say that all of these things are should be in every good
okay,
movie.
yeah.
That,
Stop it. We're talking about Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. Okay, Rebirth. Okay, next one.
Well, we've
Next
done a
one.
bunch. All right, comedy. Or anything R2D2.
Yeah. And, all the
And
droids,
C-3PO interactions.
and then Merry and Pippin. Boom. Done. Easy. Next.
I find Sam kind of funny too.
In a wholesome way.
Tragedy.
Yeah.
Tragedy. Gollum. Think of worst tragedy.
All
being
the people
obsessed
dying,
with something.
yeah.
You're trying
Vader is the ultimate tragedy,
Oh, yeah,
man.
dude. Gollum and Vader.
And Vader Rebirth.
High five, you fuck!
Jesus.
Dude,
Well, it's not
that's-
even necessarily
I never
Vader.
thought of that. That's
It's-
perfect.
it's-
Being obsessed with something and consumed by something, they're both the same. Oh my god! Sorry.
Skywalker.
Low
doing
and
I've been
so.
obsessed with both of them.
Not Luke. What's his dad's fucking real name?
Hail
Satan!
Hail Satan!
Satan.
Anakin.
Anakin Skywalker. Tragedy. That's what was the tragedy.
He doesn't like sand.
Gritty and it gets everywhere.
And why didn't they just pay for his mom? Story done.
There's so many things of yeah. Yeah.
What's the next one?
That's 7. Tragedy. That's the end. That's the list. 7.
Oh, tragedy is
7-minute abs, man. Not 6.
That's why I was saying those are
You know
terrible
what?
because every good movie is supposed to have all
hold
those
on.
things.
No, tragedy.
Every good
There is
story.
very little tragedy in Lord of the Rings except for Gollum.
What's
And
about,
fuck him.
Like, what's her
There's
face
so many
dying?
people
You
die.
know,
So
like
many
the
people
kings
die.
dying.
Yeah, the Elf Queen.
Oh,
What's
so
our
many
princess?
sons die.
Yeah, so many sons.
What's
are
the
dying.
Gondor son?
Boromir.
Boromir.
You fucking Philistine.
Boromir, man.
I mean, what? Rohan.
That's all I got right now.
Rohan dying.
Are you throwing more?
The kings.
Well, Theoden lived. It's his son.
No, Theoden.
Theomir died.
Oh yeah, Theoden does.
Yeah. What about what's her face? She stabs the witch king. Doesn't she die?
Oh, no.
I mean, the loss of
she's
the
at,
elves.
She's at the coronation.
The elves
Okay,
will
well,
have
she
to go
doesn't
back
get to
to
marry
their homeland.
Aragorn, so
What's her nuts?
that's a tragedy where she's like, I'm in love with him. And
Oh,
he's gonna bang the elf.
I
bitch."
am
was a
no
fucking
man.
Yeah.
That's so gay, but it's awesome. At the same time, it was pretty awesome.
Gay!
But also at the same time, it was pretty fucking sweet. In
Was
2003,
it Mary or Pippin? That's Mary, isn't it?
That was Mary. In 2003, that was so woke. I am no man.
Oh, super woke.
In the
Well,
theater,
it's fucking woke for the 30s.
in the theaters, my dad was like,
Let alone ancient
What?
times.
Isn't that how the book happens?
"That didn't happen in the fucking book.
Oh,
that happened
really?
in the movie. No,
Really?
absolutely not.
Never knew
no,
that.
in the book, Mary stabs him in the back of the knee, and that's it. It's super
He
anticlimactic.
disappears.
Yeah, it's super anticlimactic. They had Eowyn do the whole.
We
"Ooh,
forgot the
girl
biggest
power."
tragedy in Star Wars could even be the younglings.
Fuck those kids.
Padme, though. It's pretty
That's
Padme's
tragic.
so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole relationship,
fucking broken
Padme
heart.
and Anakin.
She's lost.
Dude, that
the
arc-
will
She's dying of
to
a
By the way-
broken heart.
Yeah.
By the way,
Fuck you.
that arc was like 10 days. He went. from
Okay,
Jedi
honestly,
to
it
Sith
would be a
in
woman
10
to
days.
literally die of a broken heart.
Easy.
How many stories have you heard of a guy dying of a broken
We're gonna
heart?
be shopping.
Do it.
Yeah, that's what I'd be saying. Yeah, go ahead.
I can't
Lame.
remember.
Go ahead. Be lame.
Are we done with Star Wars? And
I don't know. Sure. I'm never going.
Unless we want to
We
talk
just went
about.
off on some crazy tangent there about the top basic storylines.
Yeah, because it's fucking fun.
Let's get to the list for tonight.
Oh, gotta get to the list.
Do it.
All right, so you have Lane. What the fuck is up with Butker?
Yo,
Harrison
what the
Butker,
fuck?
I assume, kicker for the Super Bowl champions,
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes,
Dude.
yes. 2 time.
I was in
Three?
the
Back-to-back defending,
Okay.
going for 3 in a row
Did
this
just
he
year.
real
do
quick.
the third one too, though? Was he on the team?
He's been, yeah, but then they had.
So
what the fuck?
when this broke, I'm on Reddit Popular at the gym just so I can find new stuff. I'm sitting there between sets and I see the Butler thing and I'm like the headline. I'm like, no fucking way. And I started listening to it. I'm so self-conscious at the fucking gym, and I caught myself going, "What the fuck?" out loud. I was like, "Oh,
Of what he said?
yes." Oh my.
Was that the thing with like?
Oh
he was
my
at the
God.
college and he's like,
Dude is
Some
out
of
his
these women will
fucking
be
mind.
wannabe mothers.
Wasn't he at it was a Catholic college though? So
yeah,
he's
time and place, it might have not been the best, but he's at a Catholic college. Like, what do you fucking expect?
Yeah, he's Catholic. I mean,
a
private Catholic school.
So now what? People
can have opinions, Lane.
It's just people freaking out online. That's all it is.
Well, it's a fucking cancel culture mentality. If you don't believe in everything we believe in, you're getting canceled. Meanwhile, they're probably all jacking off the porn nonstop and doing weird shit.
Who?
These internet fucking trolls.
Oh, okay. See, that's what you think it is? It's just trolls?
Yeah, everybody's fucking pissed off about anything anybody does.
It's true. It's true.
Oh, sorry, I had no other option. Had to go to McDonald's and I got a drink there. Oh, did you use the straw? Oh, you're such a hater. You're canceled. Fuck you.
All right. Well, it seemed like it was kind of a nothing burger. People were just freaked out about it for...
The man's allowed to have his opinions. He was talking to an audience that was kind of what's expected.
Those are... What? Do a commencement speech where telling all women in the audience that they've made a mistake and been hypnotized by education? That's fucking insane.
Is that what he said?
Yes.
No, well, not by education.
I don't think he said that.
No.
I didn't hear him say that.
Look,
he said you've been hypnotized by education.
Well, I think there's a subtle thing that, like,
Brain
look, I know it's not right.
Here's some stuff he said.
It's not right, but what he's basically saying is, like, look, it's okay to be a stay-at-home mom and fulfill a purpose like that. You don't have to go out and seek a career and all that. It's fine to just be a good woman and, support a man.
Okay,
which
fine,
is
but
kind
what
of old
the
school
fuck?
and shit, but, like, there is a...
Harvard commitments?
What? They weren't Harvard.
It wasn't Harvard.
Yeah,
it was a private, Catholic school.
Yeah.
No.
Benedictine College.
Oh, fuck me.
It was a Catholic school.
It's like a Catholic.
Here's some of the stuff
I don't
he said.
agree with all of it, but what do you expect Catholics to say?
Here's the part that people were pissed off about.
There must have been something else that was a Harvard thing. I thought it was Harvard. I guess I'm sorry.
He addressed the women graduates directly in an attempt to counter the most what he called
isn't it a woman's college?
Diabolical lies.
Isn't it a woman's college?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's just
By the way, what is a woman? Because I'm confused right now.
Who's a woman?
Well,
what is?
Because this was a Catholic school, I'm going to assume all the women are actual women. No, not all.
I'm being an asshole right here.
Show your tits.
There's a certain thing where, like, if you don't agree with something and don't like it, you can change the channel.
Yeah.
I do that a lot nowadays. I'm like, this is fucking retarded. I'm going to turn it off.
Interesting. Yeah. Pretty fucking wacky.
Sure. Why watch something terrible? That's how I feel about Star Wars.
Commencement speech. It's fucking crazy. God.
I don't know. To me, it's just like, once I learned that it was like a private Christian, I thought women's college, even if it's not, I guess. It's what they all believe, even. Like, they're like all religious.
Let me read some stuff
they're
from him.
fine with that.
And then I'm going to tell you some stuff that went around online after this.
I do want to hear some real quotes.
Okay. So he addressed the women graduates directly and countered that the most diabolical lies, his words, they've been told. More than professional achievements, he said they should be accepted to take up on the vocation of homemaker, using his own wife, Isabel Butker, as an example. He said that his wife's life really started when she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother. And later said Isabel's dream of having a career might not have come true, but if you asked her today if she has any regrets on her decision, she would laugh out loud without hesitation and say, heck no. He further urged the men in the graduating class to be unapologetic in their masculinity, fighting against cultural emasculation of men. He went to cover a bunch of shit like COVID too and dangerous gender ideologies and referenced Catholic principles. So some stuff that came out, I don't know if this is true.
Like he's just a conservative.
Pretty much, and you don't have to agree with it, but like, what
he's
the fuck do you
allowed
expect
to have
from,
his
like, shitty people? Sorry, what do you expect from a very Catholic people?
I guess I didn't.
Maybe this anecdote will answer that question, Dan. So what came out from people that knew, he went to Georgia Tech. He was a kicker there too.
Okay.
Supposedly, he had sex with a male cheerleader.
Nice.
Butker?
Yeah. Well, that's the rumor.
But him.
Did that just recently start?
There's been some stuff kind of about that for a little while, but some people that supposedly went to school with him, and I think were cheerleaders, were coming out and being like, "Yeah, this happened."
Yeah.
So he's probably repressing some gay shit, and then like, oh, but I gotta be ultra.
Or that could be a smear. Who knows?
What does it feel like?
Exactly. It could all be lies.
Here's another thing. I just like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't know if this was like actual news. From that, to me, what you just read, it sounds like it's just nothing extreme.
Hold on.
Well, okay, so here's something else. Another
like?
follow-up that just happened apparently, I think today.
What
or
does
yesterday.
repressing gay thoughts feel like? I need to know for a friend.
John, why don't you just ask the person inside?
have
They're
you
not
seen,
there yet.
Have you seen Always Sunny in
Nobody's
Philadelphia?
Yes.
Mac's entire story. There you go. Yeah, see, go push it further in.
Emotional damage.
Now, I don't know. I don't care enough to like. All right, so
I just
anymore.
I totally go, what the fuck, but at the same time,
Here's a Fox News
I
story,
get you.
and this is on a lot of
cool.
news
Keep
outlets.
scrolling.
yeah.
The city of Kansas City has separated from employee who doxed Harrison Butker following speech, mayor says. Mayor Quentin Lucas revealed on Thursday that Kansas City has separated from the social media employee who shared where Harrison Butker lives after his commencement speech at Benedictine College last week. Kickers come under fire for all the shit we just talked about.
I mean, that is illegal to do, period, isn't it?
Yeah. So there's been accountability from the Kansas City, and we all look forward to moving on. It must have been like some social media account person for the city itself, you know, or something to that effect, like a public office or whatever.
Yeah.
People, that's not the right answer. There's someone talking.
Well, they sent out his personal information for people to go.
Someone that you disagree with, so you're just gonna like
dox them. Is what they call that.
dox.
It's called a thought crime and thought speech or wrong speech.
Hate speech.
Wrong
wrong
speech.
speech. Yeah.
Wrong speak. Sorry. Thought
Misinformation
crime and wrong speak.
No, not misinformation.
That was wrong. Yeah.
1984. I mean, who cares anymore? Like, dude, people are gonna have bad opinions. Fuck them. You don't have to.
Yeah.
And
I always think about was it? No, I don't think it was Navajo, Ponca tribe or something like that, or maybe it was shared amongst a bunch of Native American tribes. But they had this thing that described signs of the end of the world, and
Hopi.
they had something called the spider web they referenced,
the
and
Hopi
some people think
prophecies.
it's internet.
Yeah. It's
the
Hopi
web that will
prophecies.
cross the land.
Dan, tell us
It's
about
the
it.
Hopi prophecies.
That's all you need to know. The Hopi prophecies.
Hopi Blue Star prophecy.
But people are getting trapped in this web of internet lies, or just
Like, I don't agree with what he said,
Trolls.
but there is a certain bit of like, look, women have a powerful thing where they can actually create life, and they like that's a powerful, good thing. He said it really stupid, but there
He
is.
didn't say he doesn't support women's careers. He just said that, hey, don't forget. And, you know, he went off on his opinion.
Let's
but
be honest, none of us would
He
be here
didn't
without
bash
a mother.
women with careers, though, that maybe didn't do family.
Speak for
Yeah,
yourself.
none
sir.
of us
who
would be here
is-
without a mother. So he's basically saying like it's okay to be a mom. It's okay to like seek that as a career choice instead of going into like a corporate bland job. It's okay to just be a mom and shit. Now I think he said it very wrong, but there is an underlying thing where like if there is a certain bit
Also,
where
if
like
you're the wife of an NFL star, no shit, you'd rather be a fucking stay-at-home mom. No shit.
shit, I'd be a stay-at-home
You fucking,
husband if I
that's
could.
the dumbest
but, you know,
fucking
Yeah.
correlation.
But
no shit.
But like, it's like, why do we care about this? Like, why is this news? Just because he's the Kansas City Chiefs?
Because there was an
Taylor-
online uproar because the media shoved it down our throats.
Because it's fucking
easier
crazy to
bitch
say
about this
invest-
rather than
Cancel
our tax
culture.
money.
When are
People
they?
that want to get mad about shit. That,
When are they changing their name to the Kansas City Taylor Swifts?
no.
Or when?
Not soon enough.
It's happening.
-1 culture point for Lynn.
Don't you think it's
Yeah, fuck
No,
you. How do you
no.
like you, motherfucker?
There has to be a consensus in that,
So how
and
do
you
you guys
know that.
feel
John
just
agrees.
by-
I've been
taxation?
railroad this whole time. There's no consensus. Fuck you. I've been railroad this.
I want an asterisk on that. It's like it's a Chiefs penalty. Is
Oh,
what
you
that
know
what?
what?
See,
yeah,
he-
And
yeah.
I'm the chief.
It's a biased penalty. You should asterisk that.
All right, John. Dan, what were you talking about with
Don't
taxes?
insult the man.
All I'm saying is, who gives a fuck about what the Chiefs are doing? Who gives a fuck about any of this when we are having like taxes taken from us all the fucking time and all sorts of other things
That's
that
the
actually do
point.
matter, and we're getting distracted by.
Time's about to go up too.
That's
exactly.
the point of sports.
Well, yeah, it's distraction
Distract.
from the real shit. And
Exactly,
That's why it's
distract
like,
with
here, look at this.
reality.
He said something wrong. Meanwhile, we're continuously getting fucked and
Oh, because
everything's going wrong.
I can do something about it
All right,
tomorrow.
all right.
Well, most of
So,
our budget goes
Zach-
to military, so.
So
All I'm
let's-
saying is, it's fluff. It's fluff, and it doesn't matter to me.
I agree.
Yes, and it's fun to get mad at.
Let's segue to something more important.
Like?
Derek, I don't know. Derek, find something important.
Eat the bugs.
All right, do you want something more light, or do you want to stay serious here?
Let's. Yeah,
Go to
we're,
my
we're-
list.
We're fired up. Let's do serious.
Go to my list.
All right, Let's
Talk about
see
serial
here.
killers.
Missouri Republicans, Lickens, want their brides young and supple.
And we should shoot those people.
Young and
Back up.
supple?
I know what this is.
So there was a
do you know
bipartisan bill aimed at banning all child marriages in
Let me
Missouri.
Describe
No.
the bill,
Marriages?
Joe. Let him
Marriages?
describe the bill.
That is sensationalism because the actual everybody's freaking out about the child marriage thing. No, what they're talking about is the Romeo and Juliet law. That's what talking about.
Oh, yeah,
Did
yeah,
you
I
hear
did
the
hear about
quote
that.
from the Republican state representative that said that he literally should be allowed, and he says it specifically, to marry a 12-year-old if he wants?
Here.
No, he
Wait, no,
does.
sorry.
Didn't.
Yes, he fucking did.
That's
Yeah, so
A Missouri state
It's on video.
the actual bill
in
question-
Congress, or just like someone
No, this is
filmed
state.
him?
So it's the,
But
the
someone
state
just like filmed
Congress.
him in like the
Okay,
community?
so
The bill in
Public
question
access or
is
whatever.
in
what
relate-
they're trying to pass the bill as, that John's point is the Romeo and Juliet law, where basically like if you're within 4 years of someone and you hook up with them, you're not going to get like sexual crimes and be a pedophile because you're 19 and dating a 15-year-old.
Yeah, so
Because that's high school
so
shit.
if you're
However,
19, you can barely
that
17.
is being segued with creepy old men who are like, well, they're old enough to bleed, they're old enough
This
to breathe.
guy, I put the title of this as
And
being
that's
supple
the issue.
specifically because this guy describes I should be able to be with a 12
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
12-year-old supple young woman if I want to be.
God,
And
so
that's
gross.
the issue, is like,
But-
it's going to be passed off as like, oh, it's for people who are within like 4 to 5 years of each other,
He
but
said
it's
the
going to
quiet
be
part
used.
out loud.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be used for like creepy old men, like, you know, like Mormon cult shit, where you find out like they got child brides and stuff, and they're going to be like, oh no, but the bill's really about this. Like, no, you guys are actually creepy. Like,
Hold on, dude.
there's a good side of it, and what you're using it for is actually
I have an
nasty.
Wait, hold on. There's
anecdotal story.
Hold on, Mormons, are they actively recruiting? Because I'd be...
They're in Missouri.
You got to
They're
find the
everywhere, dude. There's
fundamentalists.
Mormon
Dude,
church,
the Mormons
churches
will
and all
take
that.
you into their cult
fair,
immediately.
That's not like the normal, like,
They don't
the
practice
law
that
hasn't
anymore.
passed yet.
They don't actively
The
practice that
Mormon
anymore.
church
I've had a
moved
lot
away
of Mormon
from that, and
friends.
the
I've been to Mormon
fundamentalists are
church.
still trying to live that. There's the split there too, but it's still like some creepy old men trying to fuck kids.
Yeah. The people that still get pegged for that shit as Mormons now are exactly as
They're
Dan
getting
described.
pegged
Creepy
too?
old men. No. The Mormon religion hasn't officially supported multiple marriages and shit.
Polygamy.
Yeah, polygamy for a long time.
But
There's still people that are like purists. That's what the cover they hide under.
there's the
fundamentalists.
deviations or whatever.
Yeah, the fundamentalist section, like FLDS versus.
But this story, regardless of what they supposedly are trying to protect, this guy that's been in the state representatives for a long time came out and said this on the floor in defense of the bill.
And he's still in there?
Yeah. Yeah,
Is it
absolutely.
going to pass?
I don't know.
I think it got struck down.
Can we follow up on that?
Let me look.
Again, the actual
Can that guy
bill...
not be like, in public
the actual
anymore?
bill is rational. But
That guy
What is
should,
going to be
shit
used
that's
for is
happening.
bad.
he
Like,
should just have whatever it's called.
well, I knew a
sex offender on
lynching.
for saying something like
So
that.
the
there's
bill
a
has
dude-
stalled amid resistance.
Yeah, there was a dude I used to do martial arts with who he turned 18 and he was dating a 16-year-old. Well, he got like in a bunch
So
of
he
trouble.
was with her before, and then he turned 18
and then he turned
during the
18.
relationship.
But her parents hated him, blah blah. Some shit happened.
Filed
Christian.
sex charges on
Yeah,
him.
so now
That's
for
the same exact story I was
yeah.
in an
So
anecdotal
for the rest
that
of
happened
his
a long time
life,
ago.
he is now actually going to be considered a sex offender until he gets that cleared. But like that was within like that's that Romeo and Juliet like 4-year rule thing, and I'm fine with that being like stricken down because that is kind of fucked up. Like someone in high school dating someone and then they graduate and they are still dating their high school girlfriend and get fucked over.
Yeah. Could have happened to me.
Yeah, but when it turns into creepy old men using that law, that's where we need to shoot creepy old men and
obviously,
just
yes.
like call them out for what they are.
He should not be in Congress anymore after all that.
Yeah, and that's
Now-
a good thing to cancel people over because if you say something stupid like that, it should be seen, it should be heard, and
Yeah,
people
so
should
we need to
understand
know
what kind of a
that.
how
creep
many
you are.
years? How many years is the Romeo and Juliet law?
I thought it was 4.
4 years.
It might differ.
Now
from
I'm
state
curious.
to state.
Between the ages of 16 and 36, is that more than 4 years?
I say after like 21, it should be half your age plus your,
Yeah, but
plus 7.
No, but hold on.
I thought it
I'm
was
asking
like
you:
divide
is
and
between
add-
the
yeah,
ages of
half
6,
your age plus 7.
7?
is the age of 16 and 36 more than 4 years?
I'm not doing
John-
that right now.
Are you hooking up with a 16-year-old?
Okay, I'll take that as a yes.
Boy?
Shit, I gotta make some phone calls.
John, you should not be admitting this on tape. Let's be honest. Chris Hansen's here.
What?
That's why we're here to talk, John.
Call him Chris Handsome.
Chris Hansen. We can do
What
this
is this guy's name?
on the
Jared?
easy way.
Or did you forgot it already?
Look,
What was the guy's name?
The senator.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
have
like-
some.
I feel like that name needs to get out there. So it's not just like some random guy. Let's learn this fucker's name. He's bordering.
Yeah, how about
our
we
fucking
don't
state.
say the name? How about that?
Okay, so
I want to know his
I
name.
think it's one of these guys.
You
so the
think?
legislation filed by Senator Holly Thompson Rader and then there's probably this guy, Scott City Republican Senator Lauren Arthur, a Kansas City
girl's
Democrat, would
No,
prohibit
Lauren's a dude's
anyone
name,
under
too.
18
A
from
Democrat.
Okay, so this legislation was to prohibit anyone from under 18 from obtaining a marriage license. Current law allows 16-year-olds
Oh.
to get married with parental consent. So
God
then
damn,
This old guy was like, no, we're going to allow these supple young women to...
Oh, stop saying
That was his word.
Saying supple young women is so
Supple.
goddamn
It's
creepy.
and wrong.
Other
And
than else can
moist.
be supple. You don't have
supple,
to be.
moist young women.
You don't have to be young to be supple.
If you're a creepy
Do you wanna
old
supple
man
that with
and you
facts?
want to date
I'll show you some
young
supple.
girls, yeah.
Supple, supple.
Do you moisturize your ball bag?
You have to moisturize your balls.
Well, prove it.
I'm fucking 37, and you don't think I'm.
Oh, okay.
moisturized
So
my
I think the
balls?
guy I'm quoting is the Representative Jim Murphy. He's a St. Louis area representative.
Jim Murphy.
Most
Yeah.
people with the name
He's the
James,
committee chair.
Is he up for election this year?
I don't know.
James is short for James, right? Yeah, most people named James are fucking creeps.
Fact.
Good thing I don't go by James.
Speaking of James, JD Shop.
Your mom goes
That makes no sense.
Yeah, it does. Just think about it.
All right, so we need to have a moment of silence because just this past week, the last original member of the MC5, their drummer, Dennis Thompson, passed away.
Oh,
Emotional damage.
Damn, I didn't know he was still alive.
What is MC5?
I will play you.
He got the jams.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to
Motherfucker.
look up.
We played it actually before. We've talked
You
about it.
mean Rage Against the Machines? Kick out the jams?
That's a cover.
They covered it. The original,
Yeah,
the original
all right.
60s punk.
I knew it was a cover. I didn't know it was a.
Watch NHL games
I can't mute myself.
Yeah.
on a variety of networks.
Check yourself.
Shit.
All season.
I paused it.
No, play.
I'm muted myself.
Play it.
It's playing. I have myself muted.
Unmute it.
Oh, I can skip. Play.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
60s?
jam it.
Yeah, that's like the original punk band.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
So, anyways, moment of silence for Dennis Thompson.
What was his? I don't know any of the names of the.
He was the
band.
drummer,
How
and
old
he
was
was the
he?
last original member. 75.
Wow.
Result of a heart attack in Detroit, which is where they're from. Is Detroit?
that sounds like an awesome album title. Heart Attack in Detroit.
That is a good. That's a good title.
Hey, Derek, is there any more beer in that
How many
fridge?
does that make?
Yeah. You want another one of those dark lagers?
The way you say it sounds racist, but yes.
I need something. I don't know what, but I would like another drink as well.
Which album was Kick Out the Jams? Is that live? No, that was
The
Renegades.
Rage? I don't know.
Renegades, right?
Maybe
Is that Evil Empire? Thank you.
it's one of those, man.
Thanks for the help, asshole.
Ready for the storm tonight?
So another storm tonight.
I wasn't ready for the last
It's
one.
supposed to be pretty bad.
Oh, I had to pull
Yep.
all the plants in today and put them in the garage. Like a ton of them.
You've been pulling your plants in?
Yeah, quit pulling your plants in public, bro.
We might be getting up to 2-inch size hail. And there's supposed to be
If we're
tornadoes.
lucky.
No, we're not lucky.
80-mile-per-hour sustained winds at times.
Tonight?
Yeah. Late
It's
tonight.
supposed to come in like
What?
Nebraska weather. It's supposed to come in tonight. I'm assuming it's going to be early morning. Like,
Yeah, I think earlier they were saying something like around 1 o'clock it could start.
yeah, but it'll probably like.
The worst of it will start.
Oh, how was? You say your basement was bad. How was your basement?
No,
in
my
the last-
basement wasn't that bad, but it did flood a little
It
bit.
flooded though.
my
Anything?
basement was fine.
Nice.
I got
Nice.
a little bit in the garage, but nothing
Well,
bad.
it's a garage. Lane,
Nothing.
In that old ass house, you're fine.
My chickens
Yeah.
got wet though.
Nice.
It's got a fucking solid ass foundation, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds
Really
sexy. My parents'
seen a
house is
fucking-
20 years old. I didn't. The water
It was like
got
a
so
fucking
high in the
storm,
back.
like-
What?
I've heard it's
It was like a fucking storm, like on
That's
the other
fine.
side of Nebraska.
I don't know. I don't. After the last one, I'm gonna take any precautions because that shit it ruins some things.
It is a nice line.
Well, the last storm killed 3 people in Iowa. Greenfield, Iowa.
Oh, I was strong. We care about them.
Yep. But more importantly,
Miller
though,
Lite.
my parents.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm
Thank
drinking
you.
Miller Lite.
Thank you.
My parents' basement got flooded the day they came
I
back
might have
from
one
vacation.
more of those if you want one of those.
Yeah, I'd like to stick with on brand. If you
I
don't mind.
might.
So the entire like the shop and the downstairs bedroom was flooded. And I'm thinking, what the fuck, right? So I go there, I bring over my, my work gear, my shop, my, shop vac, but the industrial vacuum and the washers, whatever. I'm cleaning up their shit while my dad's sitting there watching golf. They had recorded 2 weeks ago. And I'm going, like, this is crazy. Like, how is it so bad? Well, my mower was parked in the back because I was mowing their yard while they were gone. I went to start my mower, and it just puked water out of the exhaust. Yeah. I'm like, oh, shit. I mean, that's good 18 inches off the ground. Like, oh, there was a legitimate flood, and that's all that was wrong with it?
Yeah.
Fine, I'll take it. That's fine.
When I was driving to work, I saw like a bunch of people stalled out in Saddle Creek. The cops were blocking off the section there and all this. And
Did you hear about Woodhouse on 72nd?
no.
Yeah, they got like flooded as in like cars were like floating away.
That's what I heard.
Like
Where
flooded.
was it at?
72nd between Military and Maple.
Oh, up north? Like
It's in the
that?
valley. Yeah.
I ended up losing my phone to this storm because I put my phone in the windowsill and had my window open and went to bed. And I didn't realize how bad the storm was going to be. So
You blew it!
Oh, it was my fault. But I woke up about like 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning, and went to check what time it was, and my phone was just soaked, absolutely soaked. So I put it in rice and everything, but no luck. So I had to get a new phone. That was my own dumb bad, but it was a powerful storm. My chickens were mad. Because,
oh shit, yeah, you have actual...
Well, they're so the coop is on a stilts or whatever, but
Not the chickens.
Not the chickens, but I didn't put any plastic over the little window thing I have for them to get ventilation.
Oh.
Yeah, so they were upset.
Oh, that will...
But they're birds,
At
and
least
they're
they didn't,
fine.
have to swim.
Yeah,
No,
if
they're
they,
fine.
and if they
It's
die...
on stilts. They just got some stuff that sprayed in,
Yeah, but if they asphyxiate, they're
not gonna
delicious.
asphyxiate.
Yeah, but you have to put the plastic up.
Yeah, no, they're fine.
Why does it sound sexual when you say that, John?
John, I'm not
Put
doing
the
kinky
plastic
things with
up
my
and
chickens. I'm not a
asphyxiate.
chicken fucker.
How old are the chickens, Dan?
Oh, shoot. I think
You got
they're
a
about
cock,
a
don't
month
you?
and a half now.
6 weeks?
Something like that.
ass.
One of your chicks is now a cock, isn't it?
No.
Or like a
Hey,
juvenile cock?
No,
Oh,
You don't think any of them are cocks?
no,
No
nothing so
cock?
far. No cocks.
Speaking of cocks, I want to
I
drop
do
this.
have
Hold
a
on,
couple
hold
more
on.
chickens in the
So
garage
that was
are
a
still
fucking
small.
lie.
I gotta find out
Damn
about
it, that's
them.
not the right one.
I think they're pretty good at selecting. They can tell. It's
Do you have a favorite chicken?
going to be a hen.
Not yet.
They're all
no.
clones.
Did anything like
Your
that's like,
favorite-
you have potential to be my favorite.
Okay, so there's one
the
we call
favorite is going to be the
Dandelion.
tastiest.
John.
And
Dandelion?
Dan-
Dandelion. My nieces named my chickens, so I have my nieces over, and all my chickens have stripper names because my nieces are
Little strippers.
no, they're 4 and 5.
Yo,
Things that
easy!
little girls just tend to have cherry, dandelion, sprinkles, sparkles.
These do sound like
names
stripper
that.
names.
These are stripper names. So yeah, but dandelion is she's one of the bigger chickens. She looks a little fluffier and is very white. And then there's
Fluffy's a nice way of putting that.
So she's a huge bitch?
Does she need 2 seats in an airplane?
not yet. We'll see. I do keep feeding them mealworms, and they treat the mealworms like they're candy. So they have regular chicken
They're
feed.
live?
No, dried ones.
Dried one, yeah.
But whenever I come out now, they all run up to the cage and all hop around and all excited. And I just shake the thing and then throw it down, and they just fucking swarm. Then you can pick them up, and it's fun.
Mealworms
So
are a good,
do you
good
not
treat.
let them? You haven't let them roam?
I have them at a run. So they
You
have
don't
a
let
big.
them, you haven't let them gone free.
No,
range?
no. I'll let them out in the yard when I'm actually there and stuff. But
Okay, yeah,
they're
that's what I
still
was
at a
asking.
very good sized run. That's about I think 10 feet by 8 feet.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
but
so much running.
That's a good chicken space.
you want them to be able to peck at your whole lawn. You know,
we'll
let them find the bugs.
We'll get there, but right now, like,
especially
still
in the garden, and they shit in the garden.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm just taking the straw and throwing it in the garden. You know, doing that stuff.
Okay,
but,
there you go.
Like, I'll let them out in the yard when I'm out there, but right now they're like the run is still very
you
big.
can't leave them unattended.
No,
for sure.
not like that.
Dan, I have a
What
question.
you need is to be able to like move it, you know, like so you can.
That's not going to be a thing. They're just going to have to go out, and I'll throw more like.
There's ways to build some stuff so you could like constantly kind of move it.
Well,
like,
but also it's easier for him.
In the future, think about it.
If I get a farmhouse, yes, these are all things I've looked at.
No, it's just fucking chicken wire, man. That's all it takes.
Easy.
So these things down very
the
well.
most budget-friendly thing. Let the chickens out, get a lawn chair, and a pellet gun. And watch the chickens. And if a hawk shows up, you fucking shoot the hawk.
Can you drink whiskey while playing this game, John?
That is a federal offense.
If they catch you.
Pellet gun. Do you see a pellet gun?
I know what that is.
I got a pellet gun.
Is that illegal to have a pellet gun?
Is a pellet gun or is a federal offense? Hawks are protected.
Yeah,
that's a federal.
Okay, a tennis racket and quick.
I'm not saying I
practice
wouldn't kill
ninja
a hawk.
skills.
I'm just saying I'm on tape right now. That's a federal offense. I wouldn't do it.
Dan is actively winking right now to the listeners in a very dramatic fashion.
I 100% agree.
I don't think you can take him seriously right now.
Although I know Dan, I don't think Dan would ever kill a hawk.
He'd make it his friend.
If it's killing my chickens, I'd kill a hawk.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's true.
I got a question here now.
But you
I want to play a game.
The hawks.
I love hawks. But no, if it's in my chicken coop eating my birds, I'm gonna like smack it. Yeah.
Would you just like seriously go out there? It's in the coop.
Oh,
a hawk is stuck in the coop. Would you?
Yeah, I'd actually go back in and get my bow and just practice. I mean,
point blank practice.
Would you eat squirrel?
I wouldn't miss.
That'd be a good song name.
I can't bring a gun out there,
miss.
John.
No, I wouldn't miss
some
point
sort
blank
of
practice.
sword, but I guess the bow is.
The bow would be satisfying.
If you did stab with a katana, I would not.
Yeah, but like, think of all the flapping around. Like, if it's like stuck in a corner and I could just pull and if I get too close, it's gonna be like.
Yeah, baseball bat would probably be the most effective.
Well, you don't want to wreck the coop though.
My coop's
Well, he's some kind of retard.
You're gonna kill a fucking hawk if it's in a.
It's a bat. You have to like smash the fucking coop. What the fuck?
There is some spots where there's not a lot of space, John. I need a projectile.
You know how small fucking coops are, dude?
What about like one of those
taser
probes?
Oh, a taser would do it too. Yeah.
Taser hawk. I'm gonna go taser album title: Taser hawk.
But if you accidentally taser the coop, you could kill the chickens.
No, it's wood.
If you tasered a hawk and the state came after you, could you make the argument that you do it to humans? Dude, why not a hawk?
That's the first episode of first season King of the Hill, where he knocked out the whooping crane. Well,
yeah,
it's not illegal, but it's not good for them.
All right.
So Dan was giving us.
I have a shitty video of my coop. It's big enough. I'll show Lane since.
Oh, you got it painted out too.
I've seen videos of it.
There's a lot of space.
They're only small when you send it to me.
Do they have a loft?
They do look nice.
Yeah, there's a loft.
Did you build it all yourself?
That's what I'm saying. You can't stick a bat in there.
No, there's like I can at the front part, but if they go into the corners, you got to projectile it.
They have a loft. Do they have exposed brick and Edison bulbs?
No, they do not.
Oh well.
No, they actually just have some dowels that I drilled across that they like to sit on, and that works fine. Like it's above.
Are you going to collect eggs?
So
yes.
Are you going to eat the chickens?
Eventually.
Are you more excited to eat an egg or the chicken?
The eggs. I'm going to keep the chickens for a while. They got like 9 years in them.
Dan,
okay.
I see your phone. I would hope you have done the math.
An old decrepit chicken.
What is your math per egg versus just buying eggs?
John.
It's the journey.
It's the journey. And the fact that I have chickens, and now there's some silkies that are like being raised, and they're going to be really fluffy and adorable.
Think about this: like in 2 years,
$2.
In 2 years, are you going to be like, I don't want to take care of these chickens over the winter again?
No, I'll be fine.
I'm just going to make some chicken. A
lot of chicken cacciatore.
Yeah, or you leave kill 4 of them, keep
but
2.
Either way, I think
let's eat chicken.
Each of those chickens by the end of the year is supposed to I'll probably get 80 eggs out of a chicken.
Yeah,
maybe something. Maybe not
over
even
their
that much.
lifetime.
What's the cost of food?
Dude, I don't know. I'm gonna get a lot of fucking eggs. I know people who have chickens and they have eggs all the
Eggs
fucking
are
time.
cheap, man.
No, they're not.
But eggs in my backyard are
anymore.
cheap. Dude, I've seen $6
Not the
eggs
nice
in the supermarket.
GMO, free range,
these
whatever
are,
bullshit
John, these are
chicken.
gonna be
Good
nice
eggs.
brown and green eggs. These are fucking. They're like farm fresh eggs.
Eggs are not.
So this is
green eggs
maybe,
and ham,
maybe
John.
John might
That's
be
not
losing a
a real
culture
thing.
point because he's probably never had a farm fresh egg. It is completely different. He won't even have to fucking.
I don't give a
freeze
shit
them.
about
know
farm
how
fresh
yellow
eggs.
my
I
yolks
can
are gonna
get
be?
16
I don't
eggs
agree
for
with giving John
$3.
negative culture points, but you did say he was teetering on the edge. You might convince me. I was full
not
it
for that.
beforehand.
He's under. He's
If this
doesn't.
is tipping you, I'll give him the
Well,
extra.
let me explain myself why I think he's losing culture. He
You've already
doesn't
got me.
understand the farm community where they want to take care of a
call
chicken
bias.
and harvest their
I
own
call
eggs.
I call bias.
I don't think
you're
you
from the country.
Well,
No, I think that's
call bias.
admirable.
doesn't matter.
You take care
You're
of.
neutral because you're from Omaha.
I'm growing vegetation and herbs outside
There's a
in your
bias
garage,
everywhere, John. You can't get away
because
from
there's a
bias.
storm and I care. Just like he probably takes
John,
care of his chickens.
Have you seen?
Margaret,
have you seen a
that's an
picture
odd-
of
that's an
silky
even
chickens?
Oh, fucking
Yeah.
chicken.
Losing points.
It's at least a -3 at this point.
Bullshit.
You're a loser.
John,
Oh, this is collusion.
And I'm at
John, just wait
-1.
till
Biased
I
chicken.
have these running around in my backyard.
fuck
Look at
your
them.
chicken.
Look at how adorable
I don't
they
give a
are.
fuck about your
I've got
chicken.
wine dots already,
What's it
and I've got
taste
a couple
like?
of these going.
Fuck.
They're
No.
gonna be so fluffy.
Yeah, I mean, if you spend $80,
I spent $5 on the
if you
chicken.
spend $80 on chicken food to get 80 eggs, you are well behind
I
the
am
curve.
also going to be throwing out vegetable scraps and crap that I don't eat
Recycling.
for the chickens. And then they're going to turn it into delicious chicken poop that I throw in my garden. And it's all going to be a wonderful little, like, self-sustained thing. Not really self-sustained.
I
but
don't think.
we can't feed them meat though, because then they'll start eating
I don't
each
think.
other.
I don't think it's worth a 16 pack. Fuck you,
John, your robot overlord has told you to shut up.
John, the silkies, when you have to kill them and they're dead, right? The silkies are actually black-skinned chickens, and I'm going to eat them.
Okay, I don't.
How about that, John? How about some racism?
Is that like some
That means nothing
racism?
to me.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Turns out that they're
that's
actually...
bad on your part.
So no, the wine dots have regular pink chicken skin, but the black and silkies are actually black. I found that
This is the
out.
end of the crosstalk. Let's bring him back in.
Do you guys need a break?
I want to play a game.
I'm a fucking homosexual.
Yes, I got it. Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
New topic.
New topic.
All right, I
Just
got
excited
one.
about my chickens.
So,
all right, they're fucking
His
awesome.
nieces named the chickens. I want to hear the animals that you personally named as a child, and we'll all vote on who had the best names as a child.
The first animal you ever named as a child?
First animal, or when you're a child, just give us some names of you personally named.
had a rat named
If it's one, it's
Cheekers.
fine. If it's three, fine too.
The one from my earliest childhood was I had a gray cat named Stormcloud.
That's a good name. That's a good name. That's a good name for a great
and
child.
I named it as a kid. You know, I remember
How
being
kid,
young
though?
as fuck.
How
like
kid?
as soon as I could name a cat. 5
Words.
maybe. I don't know. Yeah, like
I had
4.
words. I used what I knew.
I knew that cat was a Stormcloud. That's my cat, Stormcloud.
That makes sense because a lot of black dogs are named, Midnight and Shadow.
Anubis.
All right, check.
Stormcloud. I like that.
Yeah.
John. I'm going to guess his first animal's pet name was Dildo the cat.
I was raised with cats.
Did you ever name an animal?
Oh, yes.
They give us a name.
He's got a lot of names.
You're
all right?
the best one.
Let him cook.
I always
Let
liked
him
Stormcloud.
cook.
Okay, the day I turned 18, I went to Humane Society to get a cat.
The
Is
day
this child? You're 18. Child. Give us the name of 18
He was gonna
and
fuck
then
that
give us
cat.
a childhood name.
You asked me the first name of the
I'm
animal.
gonna fuck a cat.
Do I?
Was he?
Did you fuck a cat, John?
What was he turned 18?
What the
So I
heck
can
is
legally
that?
go buy a
Shut
cat.
up!
I just want to know the cat name now.
So,
Yeah, in memorial.
And Morty.
oh no, it would have been. Yeah, no, it would have been. I was in grade school. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. No, okay, yeah. We had a tuxedo cat when I was in like 4th grade named Samantha, and we got her from a farm, and she died at 2.
Did you name her Samantha?
Yes.
Why Samantha? Samantha Saint?
After Bewitched. Because I was a big fan of Bewitched when I was growing up. And I named another cat
That's
Cleo.
the witch?
Yes. I named another cat Cleo after Cleopatra, Egyptian cats.
That's cool.
I named Panther after Pantera. I wanted to call him Dimebag.
These are
My
all
parents
as
said
an adult,
no.
As an adult.
I'm just going off the fake pets I've named. My favorite cat, Catherine, named after my grandma's middle name. I have a lot of reasons for names, but
Dan,
the first one
named?
was Samantha after Bewitched.
I had a rat named Cheekers.
Cheekers. Big cheeks.
I don't know. I was young.
What's that big
There were
fluffy
some hermit
cheeks?
crabs. I can't remember.
Yeah, give me
the
that
crab
shit.
names.
That reminds me of
Our dog's
my.
name was Scruffy. He was a good
I remember
Scruffy dog.
Scruffy.
Scruffy was a good dog.
Nice.
It reminds me of my iguana named Godzilla.
That's a good.
You have to name a lizard Godzilla.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Then we had actually my sister named that one. We had a rat named Rosemary. I had some guinea pigs named.
And again, these are
Gonzo.
animals that you personally named.
70.
Gonzo
I
and Goo were
think
the
it's just
guinea
listing
pigs I
the
named.
animals he's had.
Yeah, Gonzo
Because you
and
said
Goo
your
were-
sister.
So which ones did you name?
Yeah,
you
what
named
did
the guinea
Gonzo,
pigs.
Goo, and Cheekers.
What about-
And
Cheekers.
Scruffy was a unified thing.
What about that cat in Wayne?
Oh,
Kitty.
Kitty.
No, the other one.
Mordecai.
Mordecai.
I wasn't a kid, but yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's not a kid thing. Yeah.
That was your first adult cat?
What happened to
Yeah,
Mordecai?
I brought him back to Omaha because I'd get moved out of my apartment in Wayne because the landlord found out that I had cats there. So I brought him to Omaha, and then my mom let him out, and he didn't come.
That's right.
Aw.
Okay.
Which is very sad because he was a really
Hey,
cool
Well,
cat.
it's a whole
Dude,
new city.
You found him in the
Somebody-
wild. as a
somebody-
kid.
He was gonna come back like a week later, but so
Dude.
that's a sore subject.
I'm pretty sure someone just found him and was like, "This is my cat now." He got able to adopt him.
I bet
Didn't
it
you
was
tell me one time you
Alan.
suspected your mom of letting it out?
Yeah.
Did you also?
oh yeah, just get out of here.
Was that the same alley that you found Kitty?
No.
What was the one that we had for a bit in Wayne that you got back from the Sundance? That
one was
shit everywhere when you give it
Malachi.
milk?
That one was Malachi.
Mordecai
then-
and Malachi.
Oh, there was
That
two?
What happened to Malachi?
I think it got let out of the house or like crawled out of a screen. I don't know because I came back from work one day and it was gone.
That's right. You had it in the room. Yeah, you'd always put it in the room and shut the door. Yeah. That's right. And then there was the hole poked in
I
the...
didn't realize that was two different cats.
But they looked the same, so that's why
Yeah.
Mordecai and Malachi. But unfortunately, yeah,
Wow. Wasn't meant to be.
no. Well, Mordecai went with me to to Phoenix and all that shit. When I came back to Wayne, like my landlord found out, and that's was like, all right, I just need to get rid of him while I move out of this apartment, so I'm not getting like extra fines. And yeah, by the time I was like, hey, I'm ready to pick him up. Oh, he's gone. So that's a sore subject, irresponsibility on my part, but irresponsibility on who I let watch him. And
Yeah. It happens though.
Perfect segue.
So I haven't
What
done
was your
my
cat?
animals yet.
What was your animal's name?
We don't care about you, Derek. Go ahead.
My earliest two, I don't remember what order it was. There was Freckles, the hamster, teddy bear hamster.
that's a good name.
Yeah. And then I had
that's
a turtle, a red-eared slider named Iggy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Iggy.
Have you seen the
Iggy.
How long
videos
do you
where
have
people
it?
putting the little skateboard under their turtles?
Yeah.
And then it's like following the cat around, and the cat's like
Yeah.
not. That's a great
Just
video.
watch that specific one today.
It's
But there's
such
a
a
lot
good
of them
one.
going around right now.
Yeah, but
What-
like the cat's like running away, and then
what,
like sits down, and the turtle like scampers up, and is like staring right up at the cat, and the cat's eyes get like just fucking big.
Like, why is it still here? How did it get mobile?
That turtle is keeping Tech Deck alive.
Yeah. No,
Finger decks?
The Tech Deck, the
the
fingerboards.
little
Yeah. Fingerboard. That's what it says,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that turtle is
decks?
fucking hilarious. I'm glad you've seen that too, because that made me laugh.
Finger.
How long did you have your turtle?
Yeah.
That turtle died twice. Much like Mr. Fishington's,
fuck?
my beta fish I
Oh,
had.
the zombie fish?
Yeah, zombie fish.
I remember you telling me about the zombie
Oh,
fish. Yeah.
fuck. What were our fish names? Remember we had that double tank with two fish in it?
Oh, when I had that.
The two betas. That was before Derek got hit.
That was when I had. No, yeah, that was. Well, I brought that thing back, and I think Dan bought the fish. But I had that little
Forgot about
hydroponic
that.
setup or whatever.
I forgot about this. I
You
don't-
had a red
No,
one?
that was a different tank.
Yeah,
Dan
I
had
His
a
dad had
double
about
tank.
one, and mine and Mr. Fishington's on the other side. And then Mr.
No, I
Fishington
had a fish-
survived.
I had a fish.
I
Did
don't
you?
remember owning a beta. I think I was just there for it.
I thought Dan had like a red beta in that thing.
Maybe it was your and mine.
We had the
betas.
lemongrass. Remember growing in there?
I remember some of that, but like, I don't know. That's a.
So, first of all, there was multiple beta tanks throughout the time we were there, and Yeah, I guess there was one we had two fish in a tank. I remember. I thought it was Dan Eyes.
Yeah, that was the the aquaponics or hydroponic, whatever it was setup I had.
No, there was different tanks, dude. There was one.
It had a divider. It was one tank. Had a divider.
The divider one was a different tank. The hydroponics was another tank.
Yeah, the divider.
And then you
one
had
was
your
different.
original tank too that had a beta fish.
So, yeah, he was
put them
lasted
next to
forever.
each other so they'd always be puffed up. And we're like, look how cool they are, and not realizing like, oh, they actually stress the fuck out all the time.
Yeah, they didn't survive.
Yeah, mine lived for a long time, like years.
It was weird.
But he
was
so
why
yeah,
would they sell this?
Mr. Fishington's died. He literally fell into the corner of the tank, nosedived, and then I was lazy and didn't clean out the tank for like a week. There was like mossy looking, not moss. It was like this clear gelatinous looking shit growing all around the fish, going up the sides of the tank, looking all nasty. The day I go and grab it to clean it was at the weekend, so I was like, oh, I have time now. Go to clean it. Move the tank. Mr. Fishington wakes up. I set him aside in clean water or with the old water and put some fresh water in there and mix it. And then I clean the tank, put him back in, and he survived like another 3 years.
Well, so on the fish subject, I want to do a shout out to a local business, Fish Freaks. At like,
I've been there. That's their place.
Long
awesome.
John
That's where I used to get my pumps to clean out the turtle tank.
Where are they now?
They're like I think 120 or 132nd Center area near the Dave and Buster's.
L Street, I think, is really close. It was like, yeah.
It's off Center
There's
Street.
it used to be like, you know where Planet Fitness is off 120th and L?
Dude, they've been in multiple locations.
They were like right around the corner from there or something like that.
And if not, they might have had multiple
Other side of L.
locations.
But if anybody is looking for fish stuff, that is the place to go.
Yeah.
They have so much cool shit there.
I need to go buy some aquatic plants.
Dude, they have everything.
Wait a second. So who had the best name as a kid? Best names or whatever. Best pet name as a
Honestly,
child.
I kind of like Freckles the hamster.
You can't really. We all like.
I can't vote for myself. I like Stormcloud a lot.
I do. They're all good. They're all good
for a
pet
cat.
names.
That's good.
I don't think anyone can shit
Lynn.
on pet names from a
Yeah,
childhood.
it's kind of hard to rank pet names because they're pet
It means
names.
something to you.
I DJ'd a barn party and there was a farm dog named Dragon. That's the coolest fucking dog name I've ever heard.
That's a pretty good dog name.
Yeah, like the
dog was it?
7-year-old name that I'm like, nice.
What kind of dog was it?
Like Shepherd or something.
Oh, okay.
Some sort of German
Classic.
Shepherd nut. The dog was cool as fuck, but Dragon, it's fucking great.
So what else are we talking about here?
All right, so here's something on a lighter note. Chinese zoo under fire after dying dogs to resemble pandas.
I heard about that. That's the knockoff cheap zoo where they're like, we don't have pandas, but
There's
we're
been
gonna...
multiple zoos in recent history in China getting called over fake pandas, and this is the latest.
Yeah, they just are dogs.
So were they
the pictures are
were they
hilarious.
Samoyeds then? Like, what fluffy dog can you think of that could resemble a panda? I would say Samoyed
They
because
don't
they're
even look like
poofy and
pandas.
white.
You could just tell it's a
No,
dog
but they're
that's
poofy
died.
and white, and you can dye the black parts.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a
So
dog.
what poofy dog?
All right, give me a second
fucking
here. There's
waffles
an ad
good.
running, and
Yeah,
I'll
you can
pause
see-
the video, and you can see the picture of them.
Is there audio of
If
it?
Waffles
It's
was
a commercial
floofy,
right now.
She could be a panda.
I don't know.
I could be your panda. No,
Can
not
you?
yours.
I have pandas. Can you
I
help
think you're
me?
more like a panda.
More like a bear.
Is that a panda?
Hang on a sec, it's coming up.
Panda died dogs. Here's a picture.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's
That looks
fucking
like a panda from
so
far
funny.
away. What Dan just showed me looked like a
Yeah,
panda.
that's the point.
Yeah, that's the picture I
that's
saw.
Yeah.
But like from far away, like, oh yeah, that was
But
a
they're
panda.
so small too. They got little tails and everything. Like it's.
But they're
hilarious.
floofy. Oh, we just only have
What is
panda
this, a
cubs,
news story
no
you
parents.
found?
They look kind of like the Caucasian Shepherd. But
Is there audio to that?
That's not the
yeah,
the
it's the
video you're
Caucasian
looking for.
Shepherd. That's one of these is a Caucasian Shepherd. Like, that's
But they
definitely.
paint them, or they look like
That's
that.
the Russian prison dog or something like.
That's what
similar.
they look like
Yeah,
naturally.
it's a Russian
No,
bear.
no, that's
Russian bear
painted.
dog.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Caucasian Shepherds in the Caucasus Islands, the Caucasus region. It's a
Speaking of Caucasian Shepherds, my brother has to get rid of one. So if anybody needs a giant dog,
What? I thought he had
two of them. No, the other one's got the Belgian.
So you have two brothers who don't know how to handle dogs.
No, the one of them knows how to handle his dog very well. The other one doesn't.
Which
These aren't the
The
same
Belgian
dogs.
Benoit is very well trained.
These aren't the same dogs,
right,
though, right?
Huh?
These aren't the same dogs.
a Belgian is dog meat from Fallout. That was a Belgian.
It's like a sleeker German Shepherd. It's a police dog.
Yeah.
John Wick 3.
Yeah.
But no, my brother's trained that thing real fucking well. Like it does like the crossover between the legs.
Nice.
It's all German word trained.
I didn't know
He's a
you
good
had
boy. He's a
two
good boy.
brothers.
Oh, you have two brothers.
I just heard brother got a Belgian, and my brother doesn't know how to train dogs. That's all I've heard.
Different one.
I didn't know you had
so
two
the
brothers.
other brother's got the.
That sucks
He's
because
got
those
the
are
Russian prison
vicious
dogs, yeah.
animals if you're not careful.
Yeah. So
They're literally meant to kill wolves. That's scary.
and guard livestock and stuff. But yeah, anyway, it got too big. There's some things like there's little kids running around. It's a big tank that's runs things over because it's a big dog and doesn't understand it's a big dog because it's still a puppy-ish.
These are chow chows in that picture.
Chow chow.
Oh,
okay.
so they're chewies. Chew died
This is a Hong Kong zoo.
I mean, I can see it because Chow Chows
They
are
have
fluffy.
two.
Yeah.
Chow Chow, or Chewy's only just part Chow.
I
Still
saw a
poop.
really bad video of a
He-
panda taking a shit, and it's
They
just
could
like
identify
sitting there
Chew.
shitting out these green turds, and like it's just sprawled
Laying
back.
on his back,
Oh.
like
No, it's
giving.
like, it's
a
like
bamboo
laying back,
poop?
like-
Yeah, they're always relaxing.
Yeah, it's just like
It's on
it
its
just
back?
I don't know what.
Did it move, or is this like,
No,
yeah,
it just sat
I'll
there.
sit
I want to
here.
see it.
It
I want to
just
see that.
sat there like a green
that up.
turd
What
popped
the
out.
How big was this? How many carrots?
It was big,
Berrigs.
but it was a green turd, and I was like, well, shit. Now I know what.
Because they eat just bamboo,
This
right?
is a perfect segue
so
to
it's
something I'm going to share.
compressed bamboo. Just
I will just type in panda poopy and see what pops
All
up.
right, this is a. Well, he pulls this
Hold
up.
on, guys. Let's watch the videos and then you.
I got it.
That's not on his back. That's not on his
No,
back.
there's one where he's just
Is there audio to that? Turn it up.
There's one where he's just laid back.
Yeah, I missed
weak.
it kind of even.
Oh, here's the video.
I am not like them or the others. Don't back down.
I got it.
Because there's a couple, but like the one he was literally just sprawled there, like, what up?
The most relaxed
he
shit
looks
ever.
at you and poops.
I just did that.
Yeah, I'm pooping right now. See all that
Oh, there's
bamboo?
You
panda
like
poop.
that poop?
hell is that shit?
All right, here's a perfect
fitting.
segue. The crown jewels of Cropolite.
What?
I think we've
What is
talked
that?
about Cropolite on here
I
before.
don't know what that is.
Oh, sorry, not Cropolite.
Is that the medieval one?
Copolite. Do you remember Copolite?
It rings a bell. Poo poo.
Copolite is fossilized shit.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about?
And we have.
Up your ass.
I'm just going to read this post. This bum-splitting turd, or copolite, was found in 1972 beneath the site what was to become the York branch of Lloyd's Bank and may be the largest example of fossilized human feces ever found, measuring
Oh,
a
the Viking
whopping
turd. Yeah.
20 centimeters or 8 inches long
Yeah, we've talked
and
about
5
this.
centimeters or 2 inches wide. Analysis of the stool indicated the producer subsided mostly on large quantities of meat and bread, and they believe this to be a Viking.
Yeah, didn't they have a bunch of like worms and parasites
Yes,
and shit?
they
in
also the person probably had worms.
it? Yeah, I remember that being a thing of like, wow, this is a huge
Here's a
turd.
picture of it.
I've seen it.
Yeah, we've talked about this
yeah, we
before.
talked- yeah.
I told you it might have been something.
What did museum
Well,
find?
isn't it the most like largest shit ever found?
They believe it might be the largest fossilized human shit ever.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because whoever took that shit
It's a big old pile of
was
poopy.
like, "Hey, I need help. Let's bury this."
Kinky.
Speaking of shits, Ricky's shit was. If that could have been fossilized.
Very comparable. Yeah, we should have buried a lot more sand on it, because on the river it might have fossilized. Like
Imagine, like, you
that.
know,
It could happen. I guess it could
years and years from now, somebody's like, well, whatever.
This was like surrounded by a bunch of like peat moss or something like that, and some other things that like perfectly preserved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Like this guy packed it in.
Wiping
was
your
like,
ass
yeah,
in
someone's
moss
gonna
is
find
nice.
this thousands of years
can't
from
wait.
now.
no, just wiping your ass with moss is nice.
You just picked up my shit.
Oh, shit poo.
Do you see wipe
Did
your
he
ass
call
with
someone
moss?
over and was like, "Hey, Larry, come check this out"?
Do you see
Obvious.
Do you
Feels
see
like
wipe
a
your
fossilized piece of
Because
shit.
you couldn't
Well,
send a
yeah,
picture.
he's obviously got parasites.
You couldn't send a picture of it. You have to get someone over there to check it out. Yeah, it smells like
Did
shit.
you just
too.
say wiping your ass with moss is nice?
Yeah, it would feel a lot better than corn cobs.
Have you tried it?
No,
Oh,
but
well, I thought
just-
you had.
Have you tried corn cobs?
no, I have not.
Oh, then you're a fucking charlatan.
Poser. I'm
I just-
canceling
You're
you.
a phony.
You know what? You know what? Toilet paper exists So
No, we have that luxury.
I've always used that, but if I was in a time where they used
big fat phony
corn cobs or moss, I think moss would be a lot better than a corn
I
cob.
agree with Lane on this one. I mean, I've always had the luxury of toilet paper. I've only had to leaf it like 2 times in my life, and that was awful.
I've watched a lot of Alone.
Was it poison ivy?
And
Thank God.
Alone, they use moss to wipe
He's
their
like
ass.
taking a shit and be like,
Nice.
oh God, poison ivy asshole. Oh God.
All right. So did you guys hear about the New Zealand man who belly flopped onto an orca?
No.
I'm a fucking homosexual.
That poor orca was probably like, what the fuck?
All right. So within the
That's not
recent
the real
string of
lyric.
orcas attacking boats, nicknamed killer whales.
Yeah.
A man in New Zealand recently decided instead to go for a swim with a male orca and his calf. But rather than jump in and swim alongside them, he belly flopped from the boat onto the orca in a stunning display caught on video. The man is now facing consequences, and according to the Standard, probably a local Australian newspaper, 50-year-old man has been fined $600 after flopping stomach first onto a marine mammal. How do they determine that amount?
What a
I
fine.
feel like that's not that much of a
Just
fine.
because they know it should be something.
For
you know?
$600, if you could belly flop onto an orca, would you pay $600 to do that?
No.
Yes.
Of course not. Of course you would. Jesus
Well,
Christ,
To
John.
be fair,
Lane?
orca?
John's over here like, or Lane.
Orcas are pretty fucking vicious animals, you know?
yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get more consequences of the orca coming back and like, fuck you.
Yeah, because like if you jump on it, then you're in the water with it.
Yeah,
do you
know?
want me to play the video?
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
like to.
obviously.
We can see a video of him jumping on this orca.
I told you it was caught on video.
Well, is there gonna be an ad? Well, he kind of jumped in front of it. It looked like.
I mean, he might not.
He belly flopped right into its head, I think.
He might have
Can you
like
play that?
been
I'm
jumping
sorry.
in and then like, oh shit, the orca's there. He might have tried to dive in to swim and then like.
No, dude, the
was
orca
on
was
purpose.
poking out of the water at the beginning of the video.
Yeah,
His like face is there, and he's just like, ah!
Can you?
But they
can
clipped
you,
it down.
Can you full screen it and start it again? I'm sorry.
I have to go. Okay, we'll probably
take
need
it
a
to
commercial.
YouTube. Just refresh it. Yeah.
All right. That was the fin right before he did it.
Well, I can see a fin, but I can't tell. That's its back fin.
Yeah,
I
probably.
see. I see. Okay. Yeah, he should be fine. No, that's
Do you think $600
God damn it.
is too much enough or what?
I was on the face. Ah, my microphone.
600 is not enough. Are orcas endangered?
No.
I don't know about that, but I mean they can't be doing that well.
That hurts
Yeah,
so bad.
nothing in the
most
ocean's
marine life
doing
is
well.
not doing so great.
No, yeah, that. Yeah, no, they should set a precedent. Like, don't fuck with the wildlife.
$600
like that.
if you want to set a precedent isn't that much.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Should have been more. The guy is probably like knew someone on the judge, you know.
Well, this might be the first time somebody belly flopped on an orca
And
just
recorded it, and it was posted on the internet, and they had proof it happened.
No, but there's also been times when like people have hit him with boats or like
So that can happen
illegally
on
hunted
accident,
them.
but-
Like
Yeah.
people have killed orcas before.
That's
Yeah,
different than a
Japanese.
drunk guy jumping on an orca. Like, oh look, I'm
True.
gonna jump in here, and
He
like,
didn't-
oh shit, I
he
actually
didn't-
belly flopped on an orca. That's
He probably didn't really hurt it.
yeah.
He's lucky that thing didn't turn around and
Yeah,
fucking
just
take
smack
him
him
under.
around.
That's what I'm saying.
tear off parts of his body. Orcas are mean.
Yeah.
No, it can't be.
Where was it at?
Technically,
Was
they're
this Florida?
dolphins,
No,
not
this had to have
whales.
been like. This wasn't in Florida.
Porpoise.
California?
It was
Zealand.
Auckland, New Zealand.
Oh.
Either way, that's a dumbass thing to
Well,
do.
it's New
but
Zealand thing.
yeah,
I don't
but
know.
it is kind of funny,
we don't
and
even
he
use
will live in
dollars.
infamy forever now. Like, I had to pay a fine for this, but look, I belly flopped on an orca.
Probably get money from the internet, I'm sure.
Maybe that's a
Yeah.
lot of money to them too, in New Zealand.
Maybe.
It's $600. Specifically, I say dollars because they converted it for us automatically.
Either way, I bet you he's probably not going to do it again. And that's a once in a lifetime opportunity, really.
All right, here's something I'm really interested in hearing what John has to say. And then I'm going to hear Dan's thoughts too after that. All right? Have you guys heard of BORG drinking?
Star Trek?
It's the latest micro trend.
Nope, never heard of
Assimilation?
it.
BORG drinking. Why is it dangerous and why is it a trend? Expert explains. If you've been to a party lately and haven't seen someone drinking a Borg, you're likely not partying with college students. You want me to summarize this quickly?
Yeah.
Do it.
A Borg is basically new age jungle juice in your own personal gallon or larger container. So like empty milk jugs. And it's not even like traditional jungle juice. It's just like straight grain alcohols. And they might pour in a little bit of other shit. So it's usually got multiple bottles of like 450s and shit poured in there.
What do you mean by 450? Like vodka, rum?
He meant to say 350s because there's no such thing
Everclear.
as
When
a
I hear
450.
grain alcohol, I think Everclear.
Yeah, that's what I was
Most
saying too.
vodka is
The
grain
cheapest thing,
Yeah.
anything.
Just junk drink.
Yeah, and mixing it with whatever they
Gut
have.
rot.
Like, oh yeah, throw some grape juice
Let
in.
me tell you
throw
what
some
the
fucking wine
Borg
in,
is an
throw-
acronym. Stands up for Blackout Rage Gallon.
Yes!
So we know
Man.
John's opinion.
Yes!
You're down for it?
My buddy did
Satan.
Hail Satan! My buddy did the
Sorry, not
What do you-
grain
what do you
alcohol,
call it?
just distilled alcohol.
well, so
And this is the thing they do, though. Which is why I think they're like justifying it in
This
their
doesn't
heads.
sound new.
The Borg
No,
isn't.
not at all.
It's not just a bunch of alcohol.
It's a new
So
name.
it typically contains vodka, is the most common one, or other distilled alcohols. Water is added, a flavor enhancer, and electrolyte powder or
what a
drink.
bunch of pussies!
sounds like what I
Fuck
brought camping.
you. That is
That's
So
some
they like
what I
mix
brought
a bunch of hard
Yeah,
alcohol
yeah.
and then shit like hydration.
But they
Water,
they add
like,
water to it. They're
And
smart.
then they- no, not just water though,
That
but
is the
electrolyte
lamest
powder.
goddamn thing I've ever fucking
Electrolyte
heard.
powder, which is like that. What do they call it? The
Liquid
hangover
IV.
cure thing?
Neo.
Ivy.
Yeah.
Neo.
Liquid
we also
IV.
This is
have
another
liquid
one I've
IV.
always done.
I'm
the
not
liquid
even
IV.
joking. Like when we went camping at the
Eclipse.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try this trick. An old guy on a mountain told me, where you take
Dan's
Everclear-
Borged.
I have. But like, yeah, you take.
How
the
was your
Everclear-
experience?
I did not put enough water in, and I was we blew fire from the.
From your mouth?
Yes.
He spit it into. He drank some out of his cup and spit it into the fire.
It was too strong.
I've seen
Yeah.
the video.
Yeah, I couldn't handle it. I'm not a Borg.
So I'm not
But
sure.
I'm gonna say the blackout drinking is not a good
I thought I
idea.
showed you this video.
So when I was in college in 2007, my buddy, I've told the story before. He had the mug of death. It was taped to
Oh,
his
they were saying
hand,
Mug of Destiny.
and whenever somebody poured into it, you drink it.
Ugh.
Everything. I mean, Miller
Yeah.
Lights,
No,
Guinness.
it's a bad
Jet,
dumb college
Rumplemans.
stuff.
Yeah, so and he was one. He stayed at the top of the stairs, projectile vomited to the entire, cleared the entire staircase, and only hit the landing. And we were all so impressed. And then he fell down the stairs.
Yeah, those are bad
no,
ideas.
this
is
Borg
dumb
shit
college
is
drinking.
some pussy bullshit.
I don't know how
add
many-
water or electrolytes.
It's just
Fuck
a
you.
new name. It's just a
Die.
new name
Yeah.
for anything.
I was gonna say like it's jungle juice. Who hasn't mixed up like a big thing at a party and just dumped a bunch of shit until
Yeah.
like you're like I mean
Now,
I've used
at-
the milk jug before.
Now, at my age, the Borg sounds good because of water and electrolytes. That's great for me.
and that's what you do. You drink vodka too with something, you know.
Vodka Gatorades are my shit.
Yeah, so
Because
try
Borg.
So don't use Gatorade. Use water and electrolytes and other
That's
flavorings.
Gatorade.
Other flavorings though.
it sounds like these dumb college kids are just coming up with fancy
They're
new
just being
names
cheap.
for
They're being
traditional.
college kids. Whatever we have.
That's-
Hey, we have a gallon and we
Yeah.
have some electrolyte packets.
It's
you
a
know?
traditional college
And a
No,
drink.
vodka.
hey, I'll give it to him being, hey, take care of people that you're with. I'll give it to him. Hey, great.
I just
I mean,
care
has
of the
anybody,
guy
what's the
getting
difference
wasted.
between mixing all that into a jug or I know I've done this. I've done the
Homemade alcohol.
no, not the home. Yeah, I've done that. I've made
That's like
alcohol,
go blind.
but God goodness, what the hell is it called? The liquid IV. I've done that before. I've gone drinking, so you can get up in the morning and not be dehydrated.
But that's
So-
just
That's
taking
just
electrolytes.
That's just Gatorade.
This
Yeah.
is taking a
With less
Gatorade
calories.
before
Whatever.
you
I mean, it doesn't matter. I've done that shit.
Maybe
No, I
they
don't
just
do
be a
Gatorade
little
though. I hate
smarter
Gatorade.
about the drinking they're doing now because they have like electrolyte powders, which we didn't have back then.
Nowadays,
Gatorade.
What was the
and
fruit
Purple
juice
Drink.
thing we used to always get? Little
Oh.
puree bottles.
Oh, naked juice.
Naked juice. Those are always my fucking
God,
best.
I forgot about those.
Those
I
don't,
love
you don't mix
those.
alcohol with those, do you?
No.
you
I would
mix
do that the
mushrooms.
next morning after.
Oh yeah, we mixed other things with it though too.
I mean, that might have happened, but generally speaking, if I was hungover, I go grab
you
one of those.
remember when we
I'm gonna
mixed?
be honest.
Oh, yeah, mushrooms. Yeah, we did that. That was great.
and
We had the vitamin C.
We bought those two. We bought like a couple of them.
Say it
And you
again.
picked out that protein one.
It was all they had.
so chalky, and we gave it to the girls. Here, you guys just split this.
Yeah, it was bad. I don't think I've ever seen that naked juice again. Like that flavor.
Protein or whatever.
Protein.
So chalky. It's like liquid
I'm on
chalk.
Sam's. I used to buy it half gallon at a time at Sam's. It's not there
Naked
anymore.
juice?
Yeah.
It's
The blue one,
it's-
I'd get the squirts.
It's still in.
Yeah, there's still
stores.
naked juice around.
Oh, yeah.
It's like $5 a bottle now at gas stations.
Speaking of things that you can consume, I'm interested in what Dan has to say about this. I labeled this edible cicadas.
Nope.
This is even a local news story from KETV. Cicada-licious. Yes, you can eat cicadas. Before I continue, Dan, what do you have to say?
You will eat the bugs and you will be happy.
I've heard you talk about this
Is that
before
from
on
Soap
the
Your
show.
No, this is from Klaus Schwab and some of the CDC, or not CDC, what is it?
This is a local news story.
Basically, there's a whole bunch of like weird conspiracy theorists that have been summarizing that people are going to try to supplement our protein sources with bugs
Yeah,
because
it's
it's
not new.
cheaper. But Tyson actually opened up a factory in the United States that is a bug protein factory. But if you listen to like Klaus Schwab and all like the
Who's he?
Yeah, it sounds
he
very
is,
Nazi.
he's just the head of
Is that why you said this in a German accent?
yeah, Klaus Schwab.
You will eat
God,
the bugs and
he
you will
wrote
be
the book,
happy.
The Great Reset. God, why can't
He's just like a fucking philosopher and shit.
uh,
He is in charge of the economic.
Does he support
forum.
the consumption
World
of
Economic
bugs?
Forum. He's in charge of the World Economic Forum, or like a big part of it. But he's got all these plans of like, you'll own nothing and be
The
happy.
Bilderberg motherfucker.
Basically, he's like Alec Jones's wet dream, right? Like this is, and he has a name.
Eating
like,
gay frogs.
Yeah, but either way, the whole eating bugs thing is stuff that like 10 years ago they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna start like slowly implementing bug protein as opposed to regular protein, and gonna get rid of all this for climate change and blah 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 blah. But yeah, there's gonna be edible crickets more and all sorts of stuff.
But
There already
protein
is. There already is.
How do you
But
feel
it's
about
gonna
that, Dan?
become mainstream. It's gonna be like the main.
is.
source.
I remember in the
There's
90s
like-
they
there's
had
like
some stuff I saw on
hippie-
TV about this shit.
Crickets, you
Soylent
know?
Green has been around since the fucking
Yeah,
50s.
the woke granola hippie stuff. But I personally, I like cows and chickens, and I'm gonna keep eating them. I'm not down.
You,
with
won't,
cow
you,
necks?
you can't tell the difference if it's in a smash burger with some American cheese
There
slices and
is
tomato.
a thing where like the chitinous shell
sounds
of
good.
bugs is actually not able to digest properly from humans, so they are doing just that. Like that could be a nasty thing.
What is that? We
The
can't
shell.
properly.
The,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
shell's a little
Neither
too
is
corn.
corn.
But either way, we don't break it down. But there's stuff where like there's factories that are doing mealworm milk. I don't know if you've seen a video of that. It's fucking.
Is it
gross.
just ground up and soaked in water and then
It's
I
kinda
hear
how- well,
it's
okay,
milk?
Just like any nut milk.
Nut milk, right? Nut milk.
Yeah, but
doesn't-
nut milk is one thing. Insect milk?
Again, this is like the
I-
slow roll.
I-
Are they? Is insect milk them literally milking the nut sacks?
No, it's them
of
crushing it
insects.
up,
Or are they
water,
crushing them up
flavor
and
it the
soaking?
same way.
Here's the thing. I would personally prefer nut milk from the source.
Yeah, I bet it would.
Yeah, we know that. But
So
this is-
was Fear Factor part of this too?
no, that fear factor back then, they're like, eating bugs is gross. Now they're gonna be like, eating bugs is the good thing. Save
No,
the
that was the
environment by
soft
eating
exposure
bugs.
to the concept of eating bugs.
Maybe.
I think
it's
I think
long-term
all,
plan.
I think all the bug farming is subsidized too.
Yeah, it's government, all this. But there's... it's
Only if
the
you're a major
slow roll,
corporation.
Like, it's...
No, any sort of bug farming.
Oh,
is
small-time
like
farmers
free
have a
money.
hard time getting subsidies
Well,
from the
some
government because it's all
small-time-
geared towards major corporations.
Small-time farmers aren't bug
but if
farming,
your
though.
Did you
subsidies-
do you
if-
not watch the John
Bugs?
Oliver? They had a
About
whole
corn?
special on
Yeah,
this.
that was about corn.
Yeah,
not
those are
bugs.
small
He
time
talks about how in
Corn?
general though.
Corn.
Yeah,
Corn,
but
not
Corn. Oh,
But
corn.
that's not a bug farmer. A bug farmer is.
All right, we're getting off the rails. I'm going to read
That
this
sounds like a
local
racist term,
KETV
bug
story.
farmer.
John, shut up.
Fuck you.
Here's the story.
Yes?
And I just want to read it because of the way they present this. Opening sentence. If you're an adventurous eater or just want to do your part to rid the world of as many cicadas as you can, check this cookbook by University of Maryland. Use their recipes to make an entire meal of bugs, which are full of protein, gluten-free, low-fat, and low-carb. Start with cicada dumpling appetizer. Move to El Chirpo tacos. And finish with chocolate chip trillers, which are cicada cookies.
Honestly, I would do that.
First of all, you should not eat anything.
And then it starts off with how to
pesticides
eat
on it.
cicadas.
No, I've eaten crickets
protein?
in like the little
protein.
novelty packs and all that, but it's actually like the long-term social plan for economics is to supplement actual protein with bug proteins. Like Project
People already
2030.
eat beyond meat.
Exceptionally,
You know?
it's so efficient. Why wouldn't you?
It's fucking
so efficient.
gross.
Oh, boo fucking who?
You're gonna eat the bugs, John.
Do you eat crab? Do you eat lobster? Those are basically
Those are
ocean
bugs.
fucking bugs.
Yeah.
I
those are
don't. I
crustaceans.
don't really though.
But these are different. And I don't stand by it.
I don't really eat crabs.
If they can make
I have a video
a
of
smash
I don't eat
burger
land
taste
sex.
like
I'll
a
send it
smash
to you.
burger,
This
I
is
will
how
put
you
it in
make
my mouth.
mealworm milk. It's gross.
Well, could you do this with your
First,
mealworms?
grinding up meal.
No, mine are dried. I feed them to chickens.
Ha!
Oh, you said you don't want to get down with the
This
bug
is
proteins?
just like
No,
almond
I
milk,
don't.
dude.
That's disgusting. Take it away from me.
What if mealworm? Isn't there like a specific small amount of mealworms in almond milk?
Oh, there's always going to be some sort of bug.
There's like
Why
you're
is
allowed to
everyone
have
so
a certain
fucking
amount of
stupid?
rat hair in your peanut butter because it's impossible to keep the rodents out of fucking grain.
Censor me.
All I'm saying is, if you look up Project 30 or Project 2030, Project 30 or 2050,
That's
there's,
over.
there's actual plans
Now I
where
owe
they
you money.
slowly are rolling out the bug protein.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
Let me
the
read this
Project
next sentence in the
2025
story now. This is a quote from the Bug Chef. We really have to get over our dislike of insects, which is really strong and deep-seated in most people in our culture, said David George Gordon. He is the author of Eat a Bug Cookbook, known as the Bug Chef. When eating cicadas, it's advised to pull the wings and legs off to reduce the crunchiness. But Gordon advises home cooks to gather cicadas when they're nymphs before their body armor hardens and while they're still soft and chewy, like soft-shell crab. Sea insects, crab. So basically, you got to find them right after they come out of the shell.
Honestly, a deep fried cicada sounds delicious.
There's videos of people going to traveling in Asia and South America where they are Asian countries are already doing bugs
They've been in there for a long
because
time.
they don't have a
Mexico,
fucking
too.
choice.
exactly. And that's the thing is that this plan,
And that's just poor world economics.
yes, but this plan is to basically take our normal American life with beef and chicken and all that and be like, fuck you guys, you're poor, eat the bugs. And meanwhile, if you're rich and shit, of course you can still get your Wagyu and all that. It is actually a class separation, and it's the whole thing about population and you guys are not part of the big fancy crowd, so eat the bugs, fuck you.
Yeah,
I
we
want
can't
to read
all
this
have
next
chickens
paragraph
in our
too,
backyard,
because
so
Yeah, we can.
you
it tries to
bougie bitch.
humanize this stuff. So the chef, he recommends putting them in the freezer as a humane way to kill them. And once defrosted, cicadas can become a pizza topping like sun-dried tomatoes or replace shrimp in any recipe.
But that's not at all the same thing. What the fuck? Sun-dried tomatoes
awful.
are not the same.
20 years from now, we're going to be eating
Christ.
bugs. This is just the slow roll and implementation.
Yeah, but processed protein is here now, so I don't see the issue.
It's not going away for a while. It's not our problem. It's going to be our children's
Here's what the
problem.
chef has to say.
kids.
Here's
They're
what the
gonna be
chef
bugs.
has to say. People can't really deal with the idea of looking at a bug and eating it. So that's why I tempura batter or something that just conceals the features of the nymph, Gordon says. Plus, I'll eat anything that's deep fried. I have a recipe in my book for a deep fried tarantula spider, and they're really good.
I'm sure they aren't too bad sometimes, but it's still a plan and it is going to happen. This is just the first.
I don't
little-
agree with any of this.
You don't believe it's happening?
No. I
like
agree
beef.
with everything Dan's saying, but the eating insects, I mean, if I had to do it to survive, yes.
But
But-
you don't want to eat.
No, I don't want to fucking eat
I
insects.
don't want to either.
But you do.
But this guy's no.
You're talking about you eat crabs and shrimp.
I love shrimp. No. I said right off the get go, there's a difference. I made the correlation,
Okay.
and I said, but I don't agree with land sex.
All right. I see. Land sex. I didn't get it. I didn't hear that. So
Let me say, I'm not down with that.
would you eat sea cucumber?
Okay, so Springdale,
I gotta
Arkansas.
get the juice
That's
out.
a fucking sea dick. No.
Hold on. Are we gonna keep going? Because
I'm good after this. It's 8.
I might
I wanna
have
go
to
home and
like
eat.
stop recording. I forgot to format.
But anyways, what I'm saying is, if you look it up, Springdale, Arkansas-based Tyson plant doesn't make pet food. It sells animal byproducts. It uses pet food, blah blah blah. But they're basically
Tyson's gonna
they
do it.
have gone with I think it was a Netherlands company to be the first actual bug protein factory in the USA. We already have one here. It's going to
well,
spread.
this must be like a big one because there are already other places that
it's
bur-
Tyson.
but they're like
Gotta
there's
start mass
already
producing.
cricket farms.
Yeah.
because you buy them for lizards and
Yeah,
shit.
but this is
so
the first one for human consumption.
it must be really big.
I'm assuming so. I haven't
It's
looked up
probably
much more than
government
that.
funded.
Hey man, if it's sanitary, I'll put it on. I don't give a fuck.
There's a lot of weird government-funded stuff.
Well,
but
we know
anyway,
John is here.
John's the only one that wants to eat bugs.
Fucking nymph.
He's like, I'll eat whatever. Just put it in a fucking.
speaking of
my
eating, though,
face,
I
make
do
it
need to
cheap.
go home and eat, so I'm down to
Put some
call it.
sauce
And I'm
on
going to
it.
go home and eat a nice hamburger or a steak because I have them, just ready to go.
We just have steaks like locked in the freezer.
Well, I
ready
have
to
a
go.
couple thawing out.
Fucking
Same with
get out and
chicken.
locked
Like,
in there.
you
Well,
know.
I don't know. I don't know why they have to be locked.
Yeah, what the
but-
fuck, dude?
It's actually a chuck roast, but I'll make it work.
John, congrats. You lost a culture point
Fuck
tonight.
you. Make that Mississippi pot roast, that chuck roast. Oh, so good.
I don't know if I
I
need
don't
to
like how
fart the
there's
way you did. That was
ranch in it. It
gross.
sounded like too much.
John did his
I'll
own
try it
fart.
sometime,
Fuck
John.
you,
It
John.
does sound good. I'll try it.
It's just a pack of
A pack of what? A
pack of ranch.
Yeah, it's not necessary. Fuck off.
Fuck you.
Trash.